Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week I'm doing a bit of a roundup of 2018. So I'm going to list the 3 favourite bikes that I've ridden this year. So not all the bikes out there, but just the ones that I've ridden and that I've thought were the best ones. If you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe and leave us a comment on what you think about this video, and have a look back at all the reviews and other motorbike related videos that I've produced this year.
So first on my list is the Triumph Street Twin. As you can see, it's a great looking bike this. I found it really easy to ride. It hasn't got any silly power, so you never feel intimidated. But the best thing for me about this was the noise. The particular bike I was riding had the Vance and Hines pipes on it. Having ridden one with those, then I couldn't ride one without, because it just sounded brilliant. The only negative to this bike, it's got loads of torque, so it never feels underpowered, but its actual peak power isn't huge. That has been addressed with the new one. They've added something like another 15 horsepower to it for the 2019 version. So I am looking forward to riding that hopefully in the new year. But yeah, the Triumph Street Twin, really enjoyed riding that. Everything about it was great, really quality product. And for the money, yes, it's not a cheap bike, but also I think for the money, it's decent value. So the next bike is the BMW F850 GS. So I think this is the best all-round bike I've ridden all year. Some people don't like adventure bikes, some people do. If you do, this is a great option. The particular model I had was fairly well spec'd, so this had a quick shifter that was just brilliant, the best one I've used. Amazingly quick shifts and works really well. Also does the sort of blipping when you're going down the box. Has a TFT dashboard, which again was fantastic. The best TFT dashboard that I've seen on a bike. Works really well, and you could even sort of change it into different modes for the way it actually looks, so where the rev counter is, all those kinds of things. So that worked brilliantly. Power wise is excellent again. Felt not quite sports bike quick, but it was very quick enough. Also handled well, which I wasn't sure it would, because the 850 rather than the 750 is more off-road focused, so it has the spoked wheels and it has a bigger front tyre. It has I think a 21 instead of a 19-inch front tyre, so I thought that might affect the handling. I'm sure it does to a degree, but it's still handled really well. The only negative with this bike is shorter riders may struggle, because it is a high bike, even compared to other adventure bikes. So like the Triumph Tiger that I rode, that still didn't feel high, where the BMW is a high bike. So the next on my list is the Mutt Mongrel 250. As you can see, this is a cracking looking bike. I think the best way to describe it is, it's like having a custom bike that you've built, but you don't have to build it yourself. The exhausts, it sounds way better than most large capacity bikes. It's pretty much straight through. It has a really good low rumble, works really well. The bike felt quality. It's priced well, especially for what it is. Negative wise, then it's great for around town and for sort of Sunday blasts, commuting even, but it's not a good all-round bike as in for a tourer. It's 250cc, so it's got enough power, but it's only a single cylinder, so you wouldn't want to do any touring, sort of motorway work, that kind of stuff. So that's the only negative. It is what it is. It's not designed as that, and it does its job really well, but it's not an all-round bike. And finally, I thought better add a 125 into the mix. So for those people that are still on L plates and just have a CVT, my favourite 125 that I've ridden this year is the Honda CB125R, and this is the Neo Sports Cafe. So these look fantastic. It feels like a really grown-up bike rather than some 125s. They feel like just an entry level into the world of motorcycling, and a lot of them are. The build quality is amazing, looks are amazing. It's a Honda, so it's going to be reliable. I think this is a great option for commuting or anyone who wants all the fun of a motorcycle but without all the cost of doing the full test, which, as we know these days, is an expensive thing to do. It's not just something you do at the drop of a hat. But a lot of people don't need anything more than a 125, and this ticks all the boxes you'd ever want if you were going to sort of keep a 125 as your main bike.
So thanks a lot for watching this video. Hopefully you found that useful. Do please subscribe, comment and like this video if you've enjoyed it, and let me know if you haven't. And I'll be back again next week for another video.